The hell has happened here?
Oh my god. There's some floating islands around.
It's like a sort of... Oh god, we're gonna have to build our way across, aren't we? Well, I've got...
Previously on the Yogscast.
Son, if you are eating this, then I am dead. I have walked through the portal to seal it shut. Know that I died to protect this land from a terrible evil. In the Nether is a spirit who would destroy the world. It must not be allowed into Minecraftia at any cost. If it somehow gets loose once again, you must vanquish it. My armor and blade are here. It falls to you and those that stand with you to save the world. K. Peculiar. Fight well, my son, and know that I love you.
Oh wow, I've got a little tear in my eye now after that.
And then he disappeared.
That was wonderful. Thank you, Simon.
Oh. 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 What the Christ?
My god. Do we just go off here?
Castle
Okay,
is.
okay. Let's go, let's go.
We can't be distracted.
Ooh, a big wall of text. How very interesting for our viewers.
The Tale of the Sands. 100 years ago, there was a summer that never ended. Raw heat parched the farmlands, and the wells ran dry. The people of Minecraftia began to die of hunger and thirst. Animals were blinded by blistering sand, blowing waist deep across the land. Led by a legendary hero, Theragun, the people of Minecraftia fought back and built the wall to encase the sand and halt the spread of the desert. But a terrible ancient terror rose up from the sands and threatened to destroy everything. Theragun Antioch and his son, Carpath Antioch, slew the evil monster and sealed it away under the desert. In the final battle, Theragun was killed and Carpath gravely wounded. After recovery, Carpath founded the Crimson Cross and established the Templars in case the threat ever rose again. What happened next is still shrouded in mystery. Less than a month after his return, Carpath vanished without a trace and was never seen again. The Templars await his return. I never thought those days would end.
Grammy. Honeydew. I have just as much right to be here as you, Jock.
God, he sounds terrifying.
Or have ye forgotten the code?
I have not, but we can't be allowing you to stay.
Hello, this is the Yogscast. This is a special Yogscast. This is the highlights of the live stream that we did over the weekend, all in aid of Child's Play.
Yep.
All for charity for little children.
It's not too late to donate. They're keeping the donations open till the end of April. You can go to the website in the comment below and have a look. But without further ado, let us resume our special adventure and go back in time. The Shadow of Israphel.
That was my going back in time sound effect.
Yeah, I realised that was going back in time. Do you want to read the letter from Griswold?
Okay.
Very good, old friend. I wish I could be writing to you under better circumstances, but there is a matter of grave importance that I must warn you of. As you may remember from the last time we conversed, I have recently begun excavating some fascinating ruins far to the north of Mistral City. There existed in these lands an ancient civilization long before written history as we know it. Through my studies, I learned that they had perfected some sort of portal magic that would allow them to travel to other worlds. Following a lead from a local trader, I discovered an ancient fortress, or city, I'm not sure which. Deep inside, much to my surprise, was a large obsidian gate of sorts. While quite damaged, this gate seemed to be one of the very portals mentioned in the ancient text I had read. Foolishly, in my curiosity to learn about this gate, I fear I have brought something terrible upon the lands of Minecraftia. Smoke has begun to form over the ruined city. I've just barely made it out of the ruins alive. Every day, the darkness has been spreading. The terrifying sound from those nightmare creatures is growing closer. I implore you, please gather your forces and make your way north. We must destroy this portal before it's too late. Yours truly, Professor Griswold.
So here we are, a young
Lots of
band.
love. X.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I missed that.
A young band of adventurers. I am playing as Carpath. Simon, you are playing as Verigan.
Why am I not Honeydew? What happened? Who am I?
I think there was like a transporter malfunction.
Oh, it's gold everywhere. It's the guy from the photo from the flashback thing. Yeah. Remember? I do. What is he doing? That robo pirate. He's staring at a button. You know what? He's a robot. We have to like turn him on, don't we?
Oh, I guess that hurts.
Hello? Do you know how to speak robot? Not really. No.
Wait, it's,
Oh my goodness.
it's playing something. It's like a recording.
So what is this, like security camera footage or something? Is this from Tin Man? Who's that?
It's evil Jock. Well, he's not evil, is he? It's Jock,
Well, it looks like he is evil.
and he's gone bad.
He's goddamn taken our treasure. Son of a bitch.
Arr, what have we here?
I'm gonna... Oh, right, so he's got the map fragment, okay. So we need to head back to the bay, do you think, and put him to the sword, maybe?
Maybe. I wonder how Tin Man got past all that lava.
Do you reckon he could swim? I reckon he could probably swim it.
Maybe he swam through the lava because he's metal and it wouldn't hurt him.
Yeah.
Or maybe he fired up a rocket-powered, jet-propelled hands and feet and flew across.
Yeah.
Or maybe he had like a grappling hook, sort of like Spider-Man sort of thing, and he swung across the lava, and that's how he got across.
I don't know. Could be any of those. We'll never know.
It could be. Oh, wow. Or maybe Olivia Wilde and Katy Perry came out and they took their tops off and they started kissing each other.
We don't have an animation.
Well, damn. Before you leave, I would tell you my tale.
Okay.
You have spoken before of my long-lost brother, a knight peculiar. If you see him again, tell him that I am sorry. I never believed him when he spoke of Israphel, the pale-faced man. But now, with what I saw in Jock's eyes, I realize I have been blind to the truth. Our family has a sad history. When we were babes, our parents were taken from us. I was too young, but my brother remembers. He has told me many times what happened on that fateful night. A terrible evil abducted our mother, and shortly after, our father disappeared. We grew up under the care of a Dathan and the Templars, but when I was 16, I could stand it no longer. My brother was obsessed with finding Israphel, and one night I left. Many years have passed since then. I have stolen glowstone from the land of Zingen, and found golden hoards buried on the Tiki Isles. I have battled cursed priests and snapped the diamond teeth from the bones of dead dragons. But I have not escaped my legacy, it seems. It was a dark and stormy night, and I was sleeping awkwardly in my ship. Suddenly, I was awoken by the door slamming open, and he was standing there. Then, fortune struck, and the door opened again. In a moment of madness, I thought it was my father, but no. Israphel turned to attack the visitor, but the metal man fought wildly. Finally, Israphel retreated, and my savior was left watching over me. I called him Tin Man, and patched him back together as best I could. I never believed my brother's tales of Israphel until that night. And now, after seeing the terrible evil lurking inside Jock, I realize how real this threat is. If you see my brother, tell him I will be sailing to Icaria. He has my sword for when the final battle comes. Now you must continue your search. I see you are eager to leave. Good luck, heroes! We will meet again!
Okay. Well, that's it. Let's head off to the next great adventure. We've got one piece of the map.
What's going on? I've got deja vu. What on earth's going on?
Why is it all going all slow-mo? What the... Oh my god! Oh god, right. wool. Oh, ow, oh my goodness, this Verrigan.
Heroes, time is short. You have found a piece of my map, and by touching it, I can communicate with you. This is the future.
God, future?
The future of Minecraftia. Should you two fail in your quest, the world will be transformed into a nightmare. Oh God, it's coming this way! Quickly, run!
God, so run! God, is that Tin Man there? It's evil Tin Man.
It's gone bad.
There's an army of evil Tin Men. Mans.
There, that is your enemy. This future does not have to be. You can stop it. You must find my grandson, a knight called Peculiar, and help him fulfill his destiny. Unite the map pieces and stop the sand invasion, and put an end to the evil beyond the veil.
Why is the dragon flying towards?
Run away! Run away! Quick! Hurry through the portal! There is no time! Run!
Verrigan, no!
No.
Oh, God.
Put a pumpkin on your head. Put a telly on your head.
Whoa. Okay.
What is this? Is it a clue?
I think so. It says it's turtles all the way down.
Turtles. Turtles. We saw the turtle.
Yeah. Oh, God. So does that mean...
We must go to the turtle, Lewis.
To those that find this, I, Verrigan, have made hard decisions to protect this world. This is one of them. To defend this land from a terrible evil, this machine has been activated. The machine that awoke the sand god in the first place. Now, through the wall, it keeps him chained. If it should fail again, the world is surely doomed. This facility is hidden from view. The only way in is beneath the deep core, which will be sealed forever. But if you are reading this, then something has gone wrong. If the world is not yet burning, it is only a matter of time. But there is a glimmer of hope, and if you are pure of heart, then maybe you can do what I could not. You must take this map piece and unite it with the others, then seek out the evil at its source. Good luck, Verrigan. Kiss.
Thank you, Verrigan.
I came here once, long ago. Last watch was one of the most important wall bastions. But now, a whole city, buried in sand under our feet. If we do not stop Israphel, the whole world will look like this. Thousands will suffocate to death under the sand.
Goodness, this
jeez.
this is an entire city one time.
Deserve to know it. Ever since Daisy was taken from me, I have felt different. My heart is like broken glass in my chest. But I have new strength and also an understanding. To tell you in full, I must start at the beginning. My sister and I never knew our parents. Not really. Our father was a city guard of Mistral, and he was often away defending the town. Our mother, I can only remember in flashes. Dark-haired, kind, loving. It was one fateful night that everything changed. I was only 4 years old, and all I can remember is rain, lightning, and a terrible pale face. He took our mother from us that night, into whatever dark place he inhabits. And then, soon after, my father left us too. Dathan raised us well, but I was forever haunted by that pale face and vowed to find out what had happened to my parents. I travelled the length of the wall and asked to each of the 7 great wall bastions, and I slowly learned the story of Verrigan Antioch and how he had sacrificed himself to save Minecraftia and his son Carpeth, who had mysteriously vanished after setting up the Templars. But as the years passed and the trail grew cold, I learned less and less, and I began to be held in the grip of paralyzing nightmares. I found myself growing weaker and weaker. Finally, wearied and old before my time, unable to even hold a sword, I fled to the tiny village of Terravale to hide away as a lowly innkeep. There, unexpectedly, my life turned around for the first time. I fell in love with a blacksmith, and for a time the nights were not as cold. But I could not escape my past. Before long, people started disappearing from the tiny town. The nightmares returned, worse than ever, and I started losing hours, sometimes days. Daisy grew distant from me, and I grew paranoid that I was being controlled by him. I made the most cowardly decision I had ever made, to end my wretched life. I brewed a potent poison, but before I could drink it, you arrived. At first, I thought to poison you both instead, so frantic was my paranoia. But I knew enough to understand that your hearts were not shrouded by the pale-faced man's power. Instead, I helped you as I could to rid Terravale of the corruption. But just as my spirit was returning, something so terrible happened that my heart shattered like ice. Daisy was gone. He had taken her, just as he had taken my mother. And then I understood. I understood everything. My mind was clear. Until then, I'd hated my father for leaving us, but now I felt what he felt. He too had lost the love of his life to the darkness. Since then, I have been different. I have understood what drove my father and what is worth dying for. I guided you to Mistral City, but my weakness returned on the journey, and you saved my life a second time by seeking out the wizard Fumblemore for a potion that would return my strength. You risked your lives and dignity trying to get the ingredients and shamed me for my cowardice. But it did not end there. You helped me recover my father's blade, venturing deep into the catacombs under Mistral, battling spiders side by side. When we uncovered my father's note, I felt immense sadness, but also great purpose. My father was dead, but I could avenge him by seeking out the portals of Israphel and shut them down, lest the taint spread to all that is good in this world. I knew I had to see a Xephos, and that is where I left you, amidst the burning ruins of Mistral. I do not know what you found in the depths of the crumbling ruin, save one thing: a fatal blow to the enemy's plan, the first fragment of the strange map. I sought a Xephos at Verrigan's Hold, but the news was little better than the sight of Mistral City burning. It was under siege by the undead. I fought alongside a Xephos, but hearing the wall had been breached, set off immediately, leaving a Xephos instructions to send you my way when he found you. The wall was damaged badly. I had barely begun to make sense of how it happened when I was beset upon by the creatures of the night. I took refuge in an abandoned guard tower to tend to my wounds while I awaited your return. I'm sure you well remember the battle at the breach and all that followed. so I shall not recount that part of the tale again now. After, while you sought additional fragments of the map, I travelled to Icaria in search for Fumblemore, the only person old enough to remember the construction of the wall. Fortunately, he'd escaped Mistral in one piece, though there was little to say for his tower. He told me of the pact Verrigan made with the dwarves, and I travelled immediately to Stonehold, and was captured by the corrupted dwarves. Good effort. They held me for days before you arrived, but I had remained vigilant. Finally, I heard familiar voices, and at long last you had found me. You told me of your adventures with the Sky Lords, and your successful mission to Skyhold to retrieve the second map fragment. I'm glad that Lysander is well, and that the help of the Sky Lords is with us. You also told me of your encounter with the pirates of Barbecue Bay, and your journey to the treasure hold, the Grimjaw Slugface. The passages through the deep core were some of the most harrowing I'd ever experienced, but we finally found a way through an active portal and defeated King Finbar, but not before he could awaken an ancient god that should have been sealed away forever. The situation is worse than ever. The world is on the verge of being suffocated in sand, and we are the only ones who can stop it. But entering the desert here will do us no good.
Oh, okay.
Little brother, I leave you this note in secret, as you may never see me again. My fears about a darker evil are true. I have changed my name to Peculiar, and under the guise of a city guard, I've infiltrated a cult. Tonight, I halt the corruption at its source. If I should fail, then terrible events will proceed quickly, and you must be ready. The sand will flow from the desert, devouring everything. You must recover my map from the hidden places, then travel to the spider tree.
Well, I'm looking forward to that. Really am.
From there, seek the tomb of our ancestors and do what must be done. I have left Isabel and young Verrigan in the care of Granny Bacon.
Oh no, Granny Bacon!
If I do not return, and if the sand remains calm, then we have won, and you can rebuild the world in peace. My last request is that you never tell my children of my fate, and of the terrible burden of our family bloodline. May the sand never dull your blade, brother.
Wow. Well, there you go.
I am sorry to have kept this from you, nephew. Is this true?
I must learn why the highest concentration of strange sand occurs around this structure. While I'm at it, I would also like to debunk Griswold's theory that a giant robot army is buried underneath the desert. What nonsense! In any case, I must find the answer, or Last Watch Hold will be under threat of being buried in the sand. Enoch, Keith, more metal. Griswold swears that as we dig, the metal is coming back. Another stupid theory. We must learn how dangerous this sand is. Could it spread like a virus to change the entire world to sand? Enoch, Kiss.
Griswold's personal log.
To those that find this, Enoch is wrong! He is obsessed with the sand, but the real threat is staring him in the face! Today, I went back up to the surface. The metal ruin has started to regrow. I can now see fingers and a hand. Are the legends true? What is buried here? Whatever it is, I am scared to dig deeper. Ooh! I will try to convince Enoch that if he does not believe me, then I will be forced to leave him here! Griswold, kiss.
Argued with Griswold. He left, the coward. My supplies are plentiful, but my canteen is always empty. I'm worried the sand may be affecting me. My throat is always dry. I must find the secret of the sand. It cannot be much further. I will continue excavating and clearing out the sand. Enoch, kiss. Mwah. Sentinels call for freedom. The lifeblood green, once flowing from old wounds, has begun to clot. Healing, rebuilding, it fights the sand. The sand forgets. Too old and now too weak. Its power is turned on the innocent by an ancient master. The sentinels awaken. Enoch.
Oh God.
I see now. Griswold was right. The sand is not evil. It is a prison for these dark machinations. So itchy, my bones. They are so itchy, like buzzing insects under my skin. Only relief, only solution is removal. Kiss.
Eating my hardest, man.
Oh God.
Whoa!
Jeez.
Whoa!
What's happened? There's now a canopy.
That was quick. Blimey. It was an angry spider.
Oh God.
That is absolutely amazing.
The last part. Oh, Strumpy's tree's still manky.
The last part, my tree. Grow my tree, man.
Oh my God, what's gonna happen?
Oh my God. How
Well, damn.
How
son.
the hell is he doing this?
Holy crap, Storm. Okay. Big flying battlefield. And that was like, well, use your imagination, guys. That's like Bumblemore and Swampy like fighting him, like little flies, getting like...
and that's like firing one of his guns and stuff. So he's got like a big chest laser, all sorts of stuff. The whole point of this was that, like, that was all peculiar.